The clock is ticking toward a government shutdown. Federal funding runs out tomorrow at midnight. Capitol Hill and the White House scrambling to come up with a deal to keep the government running. So let's bring in our chief White House correspondent, Karl, our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce. Mary, let me begin with you. House Speaker Paul Ryan hoping to pass his version of the government funding bill today, but right now he doesn't have the votes.
Yeah, George, this is coming down to the wire here. Hoping to keep the lights on, Republicans are now pushing for a short-term funding fix that would fund the government for just one more month. But right now, it's not clear if they even have enough Republican votes in the House to get this done. And even if it does get through the House, well, then it's going to need support from Democrats to get through the Senate. And Democrats are still holding out. They are demanding that any spending deal includes protections for dreamers. George, we are now 40 hours out, and right now Congress is playing this dangerous game of political chicken that could very well end in a government shutdown.
Yeah, usually it gets worked out. No guarantees this time. And John, the president himself a bit removed from this process.
Well, the White House has come out in favor of this short-term spending to prevent the government shutdown. But the president is MIA on this, George. As far as I can discern, no calls to key conservatives that are opposing this temporary spending bill. And one senior White House official told me, quote, "This is not the president's fight." So we are a day away from a government shutdown, and the president is not engaged in the battle to keep the lights on.
Yeah, not MIA from the broader debate over immigration, negotiations over DACA, border wall, whether Mexico is going to pay for it. And the White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, made some headlines yesterday when he said in a meeting on Capitol Hill that the president's views on this during the campaign were uninformed and evolving. And he was asked about that last night on Fox News.
Campaign to governing are two different things, and this president is very, very flexible in terms of what is within the realm of the possible.
And Mexico's not going to pay.
In one way or another, it's possible that we could get the revenue from Mexico, but not directly from their government.
And John, it appears the president did not like those headlines at all from his chief of staff up and tweeting this morning.
Absolutely, George. Tweeting extraordinary circumstance where the president of the United States is basically correcting his chief of staff via Twitter, saying the wall is the wall. It has never changed or evolved from the first day I conceived of it. But George, I went to those rallies. I covered the campaign, and he repeated so often that he was going to build this wall across the border and that Mexico was going to pay for it, that the crowds would actually finish his sentence and he would say, who's going to pay for it? Mexico. He did not say it's possible that we could get revenue from Mexico, but not directly from their government.
And Mary, in that meeting on Capitol Hill yesterday, Democrats clear that they're not going to give the president anything like what he wants on the wall. They might do some small down payment for fencing, but not the big border wall.
Yeah, lots of talk here of boosted border security, but not a lot of talk from anyone up here on either side of giving the president funding for this big, beautiful wall that he's been promising. And look, this just goes to underscore the frustration that so many lawmakers have up here, the mixed messages coming from the White House. They all say they still need to know where the president really stands on these broader immigration questions.
No question about that. Thank you both very much. And also no question, Mexico has been very, very clear. They're not paying for it.
Yeah, but Mary, the frustration on all sides. But yes, Mexico has been extremely clear about this.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.